Lick number 60. I'm going to try something a little bit different for this group of licks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play to a blues jam track in A, and so I'm going to take the solo that I do there and then break it down for the licks number. I believe it'll take us from 60 to 69. We'll see how this goes and progresses. But I'm going to do a jam now, and I'm going to take the licks that I do from the jam and present those. I'm going to let the pattern play through one time first here. That was a 1 chord for 1 measure, or 4 chord for 1 measure, and a 1 chord for 2 measures. This is up to the 4 chord for 2 measures, and back to the 1 chord for 2 measures. 1 chord's A, 4 chords D, 5 chords E. Here's the E for 1 measure, 5 chord, down to the 4 chord for 1 measure, and 1 chord for a measure and a half, and then the second half of the last measure goes to the 5 chord for the turnaround. I'm going to let it play through one more time. A little bit of crackling that should stop after a while on the playback, I hope. And you can try playing in A minor pentatonic for all this. Okay, so here's some of the licks. Okay, so that should serve our purposes here, breaking down those. So for this lick lesson, number 60, I'll show the first lick. That's the only one that I had prepared. The other ones were all just kind of improvised as I went. So the first lick I did, we have 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a. So that's the lick. So it comes in just before measure 1 of the 1 chord hits. So again, the rhythmically counting it out before we start would be 1, 2, 3, and. Let me play that coming in with the track. Hopefully you can hear the count in here. So it's 2 for nothing at the beginning, and then we count 1 and a 2 and a 3 and. So that's lick number 60. The way we play it is we're going to put we're in A minor pentatonic, a little bit of blues scale in there too. I am using the major third on the 6th fret of the 3rd string will be added as we do this. So playing the lick, we start on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and we're going to hammer onto the 7th fret. So that's with the 1st and 3rd finger. So we go, and then we're going to go up to the 4th string on the 5th fret with the 1st finger, and then we're going to play the 7th fret with the 3rd finger. So we have all down pick so far. The next note will be the 3rd string, 5th fret with the 1st finger, and I'm doing a little bit of I'm bending down, and of course the note's bending up. It's like a quarter tone bend up. I'm not bending up fully to the major 3rd. You could, but I'm just giving it a little bit of like a bluesy, like minor 3rd there, to just a quarter tone bend up. Again, not quite to the, I'm not bending all that way, just kind of, so we have, and the next note we're going to play is the 7th fret of the 4th string, and we're adding vibrato to that note. So far we have 1 and 2 and 3 and Okay, then we're going to slide from the 5th fret. We're going to move the 3rd finger down to the 5th fret of the 4th string, so we can slide up to the 7th fret, and we're going to do that. So 5th to 7th fret with the 3rd finger on the 4th string. So we have so far, and then we're going to play the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So far we have. Okay, and the last part of the lick, we're going to do this, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the 1st and 3rd finger both down on the 5th and 7th frets of the 3rd string. Maybe you want to put the 2nd finger in there also to help bend, and that's why we're putting all those. We're actually going to be playing the 7th fret, but we're going to bend that note, 7th fret of the 3rd string with the 3rd finger. So we're going to back up the bend with other fingers. You always want to do that whenever possible to help push up. It'll help the accuracy of your bends. Just take control of them more. And we're going to bend up a whole step here. We could bend up use the blues scale and go, but I'm going to bend up a whole step here. At least that was my intention. So I'm bending up to the sound of the 9th fret. So we're going to do a bend and release. So, and then we're going to pull off to the 5th fret. When you pull, if you use the 2nd finger to help you bend, you got to make sure you take off the 2nd finger just before you do the snap of the pull. So we have, and then we're doing a little bit of a bending tweak of that 5th fret note there. So we have, and again, it's about a quarter step bend up. And that's a pull, by the way. We're going bend 7th fret, release to the 7th fret sound, take off the 2nd finger, pull to the 5th fret, and do a little bit of a bend up for a bluesy type yearning type. It's like a yearning type sound going from the minor 3rd, almost making it to the major 3rd, but not quite. So you get that quarter step bend. So we have. So the whole lick is 1 and 2 and 3 and. So that's the introduction to these licks for in the 60s. I'm assuming I'm going to be going kind of doing this as I go along. So 60 through 69, I plan to use these licks to present this blues scale, the blues solo here. And if I follow the format I've been using lately, the lesson or lick number 69 will be a wrap-up of the whole thing. And so we'll see how this works out. And so again, might want to listen again to the solo at the beginning, the one verse of solo I did, because that's what I'm going to be presenting over the next 9 licks or so. Okay, so that's it for lick number 60.